Do you need a high school diploma to get on a pipeline job? That is the question. I'm Austin Ross, a pipeline welder for 7 years now. Here on this channel, I share tips and tricks for rig welders, pipeliners, and the pipeline lifestyle. If those are videos that you're interested in, make sure and subscribe and ring the bell to get notified when I post a new video every Friday. Alright, so this video is mostly about answering that question along with a couple others. As far as hiring in and what all you need to hire in, I've made a video about that. We'll put a link in the description. I talk about what all you need, what to expect when hiring in. The answer to the question, do you need a high school diploma, is no. For hiring in on the pipeline, you do not need a high school diploma. You don't need a GED. You don't need essentially any educational credentials, if you will. What if I have a DUI, you might ask? If you are a welder, nowadays you have to have a driver's license. So if you've got a DUI and your driver's license is expired, chances are you're not going to be able to hire in on most jobs. I'm not saying this is across the board. If you have connections or if you're going to work a contract job or a smaller job, there might be ways around this type of thing. Used to, on pretty much any pipeline job, from what I've heard and the little that I seen whenever I first started pipelining 7 years ago, used to, as a welder, if you had a DUI, you could still hire in and your helper would just drive you around. Wasn't no big deal because the weld boss needed you there to weld. He didn't care how you got there. Make it to work, make a weld for me, you know. I just need you to weld the pipe. But nowadays, the past, I'm gonna say 2 or 3 years, that's changed. They're a lot more strict, at least on bigger projects and in the union and bigger contractors. So that's the deal with DUI. But as far as helper and labor, as long as you're not going to be driving, as long as you're not hired in as a straw, which is like the welding boss's helper, you usually have a company truck to drive around. Not on every job, but on a lot of jobs they provide you with a company truck. If you're going to be driving a company truck, you need a driver's license, obviously, for liability reasons. But as far as just hiring in to help a welder or hiring in to throw skids or whatever, like you're just going to be riding in a company truck, you should be good to go. Comment below for those of you that are helpers, laborers, operators. If you're an operator, let me know in the comments if you have to have a driver's license. I do not know the answer to that. Maybe you can help somebody out and answer that question in the comments. Or like I said, laborers, helpers, if you guys know some more information on this, let us know in the comments. So you don't need any education, right? In fact, it was common back in the day on pipeline work to drop out of school at a young age and go to work. So there's no education needed as far as a welder, helper, or laborer. And I'm gonna say operator. That's who I'm speaking to here. I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea, because we got engineers on the pipeline. They've got superintendents, which I'm pretty sure superintendent, you don't have to have any educational, I'm not saying it wouldn't help, but you got engineers, you got project managers, you got other people that might have to have, I don't even know if they would have to have the slip, but those kind of educational things that they've got will definitely help their job. I'm pretty sure there's engineers without credentials on pipeline jobs. So I'm speaking to welders, helpers, and laborers, the stuff that I know about being a welder. That's all the stuff you don't need. What do you need to be a pipeline welder? What do you need to hire in besides the main stuff that I talk about in that hiring in video in the description? All you need is a good work ethic, willingness to travel, and I'm gonna say some common sense and common knowledge with ingenuity. Have a little bit of ingenuity, because as somebody who travels, chances are you're gonna have to work on something that breaks down at some point. So a little bit of, I'm not saying you have to, you can make a phone call and have somebody else come fix it, but it helps if you have some kind of hands-on experience with that's why I say ingenuity, with flat tires, mechanical. A little bit. I'm not the greatest, but I feel like I have some. But anyway, like I said, you don't need any certs of any kind. I'm not saying certs for welders, I'm not saying certifications are not good to have. I'm just saying you do not need them to get on a pipeline job. Every pipeline job that we go on, we have to retest anyway. Certifications in welding school, like going to welding school and getting certifications, are good things to have under your belt, good experience, and could help you down the road if pipeline work gets slow. So definitely good things to have, but you do not need them to get on the pipeline. The main thing you need to get on the pipeline is you have to know somebody. For those of you that have followed along for quite a while, you hear us talk about that a lot. You gotta know someone. You gotta know someone to get in. It's not any different from any other industry. You just gotta be familiar and in the network of people and surround yourself with those type of people, build relationships and make connections to get the job. So that's essentially referrals. Referrals is huge. They're looking for skilled help, skilled as in welding and operating, but skilled also as in like just good help to have on the pipeline. So referrals is all you need. All you need is a referral. Real easy, right? If you haven't heard about my AROS Welding Inner Circle, it's a good place to go. It's a membership site that Kayla and I created, but we created for those of you that are looking to get into the pipeline industry. Also, those of you that are already in the industry and you need a community. Anyway, it's a good place to build a network with like people. Get questions answered from people that are already in the industry. Just any kind of support that you need, being a pipeline welder or somebody that's on the pipeline. It's kind of a crazy lifestyle, and the Inner Circle is a group of people that's a big support system is the way I look at it. Mastermind, it's a great community that we have created, and I just want to tell you about it any chance I get. So there's that if you're interested. So pipeline contractors, pipeline superintendents, welder foremans, tie-in men, all these people are they're not looking for educated people. They're looking for hardworking people, reliable, people that are gonna show up to work on time every day, people that are gonna show up every day, that's scheduled to work, people that are motivated, people that want to be there, people that want to learn. Motivated help goes a long way. If you want to be there and you want to learn and you want to, if your main goal is to get that pipe in the ground, just like the welder foreman or the tie man, that makes things way easier, So that's what they want. They want people that are hardworking and want to be there and that are motivated. Along with that, they also need, not only want, but they need skilled trade workers, welders, operators, traco operators, dozer operators, side boom operators. Skilled trade workers is what they need and want. But I focus on the other, like the motivated and the reliable, because if you're a motivated skilled worker, chances are your trade, your skill is going to be better also. I hope that answers your question, whether you have to have a high school diploma or not. I've got that question quite a bit, and I hope this video has been helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any more questions. Like this video, share it with a friend if you think it was helpful. I also want to share with you the 3 different ways to live on the road. That way, whenever you get to that point to hiring in on a pipeline, or you got a pipeline job or whatever, we've made a list of different ways to live on the road. There's a link in the description. Punch in your name and email, and we'll send a list right over to you. You can find that list along with several others on my website. Still got to punch in your name and email. A number of lists that we've made to help you with this lifestyle, with being a welder and just the pipeline lifestyle in general. It's under the resources tab. Also be looking forward to AROS welding apparel and different types of designs. For those of you who don't know, we've been working on these designs. This is one of them here, stickers that'll be for sale on the website soon. Depending on when this video goes up, might already be for sale, I don't know yet. But be looking for different stickers, be looking for different things that we're starting to carry on the AROS welding site. Make sure and get that list if you need it. My advice for this week is don't be afraid to ask questions. No matter where you're at in the process of getting on the pipeline, or wherever you're working right now, if there's something you want to know, ask Google. That's a real good one, is ask Google. But even better, ask somebody that's in the industry, or connection that you've made through the Inner Circle or made through Instagram or whatever it is, here on YouTube. Whatever question you have, ask the question. You'd be surprised what people will tell you if you just ask. That shows that you're interested. So that's my advice, is to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you next Friday, and remember, learn something every day.